fucking go.
Hello, everybody. My name is Alex. Also go by the betting Mursin, whatever you would like. Alex. And that's Bob.
What's up?
We are going to go through some picks here today and see what we can find. So first off, I wanted to give a quick little story. I found OddsJam probably about a year after betting. And I got sick of kind of looking for cappers and figuring out who the best capper was. And so I tried to look for something that fit kind of my math brain a little bit better. And OddsJam has been perfect. So yeah, I won't give like too much or bore you guys too much. Just the 20-second look. I started back on November 21st. Let's go here to today. So we are looking at, this is my OddsJam experience. Once this loads here. If it wants to load here. There we go.
Oh, it'll load.
There we go. So we are currently looking at $20,000 profit with OddsJam, which is amazing, and 7% ROI. So it definitely works. Enough said. That's all I'm saying. Just some of what we're rocking today. What I've been kind of looking at. But we got NBA today, Bob. So let's hit the page, see what we can find, shall we?
Exactly. Let's go and do it. And are you taking me to the Positive EV page?
Positive EV page is my home base. I always start here, and then kind of I dabble elsewhere from there. But so I have lots of different filters I use depending on what I feel like. I should probably clean some of these up. As you can see, I bet in Hawaii, so I was able to use Fliff and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. My major things that I look at here, this is just what's worked for me. I have my market width set at 35. It keeps it open enough, but also limits it enough for me. Max width, max odds, I keep at 190. I do get rid of this from time to time to see what else we see here. Percentage, 1%. And then I just kind of see what we got from here. So let's see what we got right now, basketball-wise. Let's check out some basketball because we're talking about that. First off, who do you have winning tonight, Bob?
Oh, I think Toronto, number one, and I like OKC too.
I honestly do too. I've been a SGA fan kind of ever since, and I think he's kind of just an animal and kind of comes to light when he needs to. So I'm already on this, but I found something right here that I like a lot. This Fred VanVleet right here. I was on it earlier, but this is a really, really good play. I think so. Just by basic looking, if you look alone, hey, even FanDuel's on the other side. But if we wanted to math this up a little bit, so just by looking, what I do is I kind of look and say, hey, look, that is way off from everything. That's probably an outlier. Then I start looking and I go to penny, and I see over here we've got our penny negative 107, 124. So just for fun, go through the process of where we start to get some of those numbers from. So this should have fair odds of negative 107 or positive 107, just based off of that penny line alone with no other factors involved at all.
Right.
So coming back over here, they're giving us 105. So flat out right there, you can say that that's good. We could also go and calculate that if you want using some other kind of side software and stuff here.
But we've got it figured for you because we've got a no vig fair odds column right there.
And there's no reason to have to. Yep.
Exactly. We used to have to use the no vig calculator, but we don't need to use it anymore. It's right there in front of us. That's great, isn't it?
It's right up here. And then I can always click right here. if I want to. Oh, this is a good point to actually reach out. People always comment, I have my Kelly very, very small on purpose. It works for me. It handles my variance well. So my whole goal is more bets, kind of around the same amount, and just over time pump them out and hope it works, and it works out great. So I know some people have around like 0.25, 0.2. I like mine chilling around there. Just a personal.
That's a good spot.
So yeah, that Fred VanVleet right there. What I find interesting too is that on that exact same play, if you're going off that number, actually that FanDuel is slightly PEV as well. Obviously, it's not as good, but hey, and also if we were to check this out, you would think that this would show up on the ARB page. So let's just have fun and see if this shows up on the ARB page. Just to, well, it better because it's an ARB right there.
Yeah, pretty well.
I mean, it would have to. It's we're looking at an ARB right here. If I could get it at negative 105 on MGM and then 110 there. Okay. So that's one play that I like right there. I was already on that. I'm going to take out the score just because I actually don't have that right now. So I'm not sure why that got handed in. Gary Trent Jr. I would totally do this play and look at it, but as you can see right here, I find a lot of the times when I see them, they've already moved. And so then by the time I log on, they're even elsewhere. So I kind of picking and choosing right here. Oh yeah, EuroLeague basketball. Love some EuroLeague basketball. Okay.
You do. You need to start. You need to start posting those plays.
Hey,
on Twitter individually. You will be the new EuroLeague guru.
Well, there's a few of us. Like I got a few of us that we kind of chat on Twitter and stuff who are all into it. So I'll get them to help join me and we'll create a little what we call Euro Coalition.
Coalition.
I was not on this play before, but I really like
Desert. Is that like Desert Storm, by the way?
Exactly. We get the whole team together. We go on ops. We go silent on comms every now and then pop back up. So I'm going to pump this in. I really like this Brandon Ingram. And so this is usually where it pumps. And this is why I like my Kelly. I want my one unit to be around $20, $25. So usually when I get a 2% play, it's about $20 to $25. So if you look up here for about even 2% play, $25. It's just perfect. It just fits my emotion. I guess what I really realized early on is that betting is as much emotion as it is smarts. And if you can find a way to handle your emotion and to always stay even keel, that's like 2/3 of the battle right there. So that's why I do that.
Yeah, betting is also rhythmic.
Yeah.
You got to be in a good rhythm. Okay.
Very much.
And, it's kind of like hitting a baseball, man.
Yep.
Remember, 300 hitter is not successful 7 out of 10 times. Our odds are a heck of a lot better in sports betting, right?
Definitely. So I want to see if they're doing this here because they've been doing this weird thing today, MGM, where they've double posted some lines. This isn't one of them, but you'll see two different Brandon Ingrams. I don't know if anyone else saw this, but I forget who I locked in who had this. And one of them was negative 120, and the other one was negative 110. And it's just like, what are you guys doing here?
Right.
So let's lock this in.
Making some mistakes.
Yep. I put in.
How was Hawaii before we go any further?
It was amazing. So if I'm honest, the coolest thing ever is to get to take a hobby that I just wanted to turn some extra money. And I kind of always had this like in the distant goal of going to Hawaii or going on a trip. Right. And it's kind of crazy that by the end of mid-December, I'd already made enough money to do it. And I'm already kind of looking at trip 2. Yeah. I mean, it's the coolest thing ever. I wish I could say I could, but I'm not going to quit my day job nursing. It's just not possible, but darn will I go on tons of trips and live it up.
Hey, didn't you Mursin and Loving It used to be your name, wasn't it?
Yep. I'm a hospice nurse. Love, people always ask how I do that. Just my thing. I love it. And if I'm able to help out in a hard time, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just kind of looking through some. other things that I would do. I'm not a huge arbor, but for any of you arbors out here, this is a good one. Bet MGM sometimes is, a limiting book, so you have to be careful of that. FanDuel less so. They will limit you, but you've got to prove to be pretty good over a long period of time before they start doing that. I've sharpened up pretty well, and they still haven't limited me yet. But the point that I'm looking at here is, let's see if anything is PEV. So here it's showing me a penny line. And so that's not the all calculated everything like the OddsJam perfect line. So it's not as good as the OddsJam line, which I love, but I do still sometimes go here and take this negative 101, negative 129. That's not what you want to do, Alex. We call that fat fingering. 112, negative 112. So let's see who beats that. Oh, I see one who beats it. I see one who beats it. So all these negative 100s down here aren't any good. They don't beat 112. But this 100 up here beats negative 112, doesn't it? So if you were trying to calculate your own PEV plays or something based off penny, and then look at other stuff for confidence, which I do all the time, DraftKings is a pretty sharp book when it comes to props and stuff, I'd like to think. And so the fact that they, with penny are kind of, they're opposite penny. That's interesting to me. But so, I mean, what I'm looking here is a lot of these books here, nobody has this plus money. We're going anywhere from the teens to 20s, all the way down to 40s and 30s. And then even penny here doesn't have it, quite as high over here. Let me just check my math to make sure. Yep. So yeah, that's a play that I might hit in the future if I was feeling like it and feeling frisky. What are your thoughts?
Oh, love it. Can I show you a couple things real quick?
Please, your turn.
Now here's what happens. When I share my screen, okay, you got to add it to.
You got it. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go? All right. I'm going to go entire screen, and here we go.
It'll pop up on my StreamYard. Oh, there you go.
There I am. All right. I just want to pull this up here real quick and show you real quick what I do. All right.
Please.
And I do this all the time. Oh, I'm not the master. This is just a different way to filter things around. Okay. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm turning on the recommended filters. I don't know how often you use them, but I use them every single day. It's the first thing I do. So I'm going to try to bet, as Alex says, bet as many of these as you can. Okay. And there's some decent plays down here. Now I'm in Illinois. We're in a different spot, and a lot of these plays have been here all day long. Now, after I'm done finding plays, and I do this on the coffee show in the morning, you've actually seen me do it. I go here to the market and I click off the player props. And I'm a market with guy. So I put in the maximum of 25 there. And now I have nothing. I like to separate main and alternate markets from the player props. So now I have nothing but main and alternate markets. And there will be plays that popped up on the recommended filters part that will pop up here. Okay.
I already see some that I missed that I liked that I would have hit otherwise.
Yeah. So I'm just going to be honest with you. When I go to this point, I don't pay any attention to the recommended bet size. Right here, I'm a $25 unit better, and I'm either betting $25 on it or 15 or nothing. Okay. Then here's the last thing I do. I go to main and alternate markets, turn them off, click on player props, and what happens? No positive EV bets. And you know why that is, because the market isn't high enough. So I put it at 42 maximum. And what are we going to have? Every player prop that will be available. Now, let me tell you another reason why I separate them. Because if you don't separate them, this page is only going to take so much information. And if you have player props and main and alternate markets together, you're going to either lose some player props or you're going to lose some main and alternate markets. By separating them, you don't have that problem.
Love
just
it.
That's just the way I do it. And I'm done sharing my screen. I just wanted to show you that real quick. And
no, that's terrific. And I need to do that more. I do it, but I do it in like a different method.
Right.
Like for instance, when I get boosts, here's a great way. Like, let's say you get a boost from, I'll go into side talks in the future, but since we talked about it, like a boost from Caesars, and it's like, it's got to be 400 or over, and you get a plus 33, like same game parlay, baseball boost or something like that. So let's just have some fun and go through one thing that I'll do, pop all this off, go over here and take off all of this, take off all of this, and let's take off market width. Now you'll see a bunch of these pop up, and there's actually not as much as I'd like right now. But on better days, what you'll see is some of these widths will be 522. Other ones you'll see 350. Every now and then you'll see a home run that's like 260 or something, like a smaller width. Not that that's like a better bet. Hey, that's really going to hit. But you'll see like a plus 445 or plus, let's just say like plus 425 on Manny Machado when it should be 390 or something. That's a great play to add over into your same game parlay. Throw in an alt line with it, of who knows, over 3.5 runs. One of the teams like in this game, like St. Louis plus 6.5 or something, and here you got a great EV, PEV boosted parlay right there.
I like that. Yep. That's nice. Now, another thing that I do is when I'm doing my hockey video or baseball video, in baseball, I like to go to the league and put in MLB. And then for hockey, I like to just go to the sport and deselect them all and then just select hockey. And that works out really, really well too, which is another way to do it. But when I'm doing that, I'm actually keeping all three markets together because I'm in one sport. So it doesn't bother me as much. Yep. When you have multiple sports, I like separating them. And I do that in my calls with customers too, which, by the way, you can get a hold of me at bob@oddsjam.com. How about that?
He's one of the people who started me. I think I got on 2 or 3 different calls with him. Ooh. Yes. Let's see. I think I'm already against this play. I'm pretty sure, but I like that popped up. Yeah, I am not going to middle myself here. You see what I'm talking about? So I see. DeMar DeRozan here. There's an under for 225, and I'm not going to take a lotto ticket that we hit straight on 22. But for all of you other people, this is real good value, and I would hit this for $25.
Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. $25 unit better. Way to go. I love it. When I started OddsJam, I was on an industry plan, and I was my bankroll was 500, and I was doing $5 bets. And then I raised it to 10. Then I raised it to 20, and now I'm at 25. Kind of slow there,
Well, for all the people, like I could optimize it more, and and for all those people saying that I should, I'm not saying you're wrong. What I am saying is that I've been able to make $20,000 doing this. I'm trying to think and do this as a $25 unit better. To me, that's pretty incredible. Do you know what I mean?
It's very incredible. And I've made $10,500 being a $20 unit better. So there you go. There's $30,000 between two guys betting $20.
Yeah, just you put in the work. Why am I feel like my head's not working right now. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that. I'm putting in this play because I like this and we saw it. What other thing should we look at, Mr. Bob? I could do some boost rating if we want to, or let's see, what else do I do on the OddsJam page? I really like the ARB page. I use this a lot just to get info.
Info. Okay. All right. Let's do something here.
Okay.
Switch me back. I'm going to share again.
Let's do it.
This is it's quicker for me to do it this way. So let me share my entire screen and go here. And here we go.
For the record, this is my first day with StreamYard. I'd have to say, I I'm not doing good, but I ain't killing it.
No, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. So here is something that I love about the software is that we can hover over this sports tab and go to any of these sports. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody, and I'm on calls every day. Not everybody knows how to do this. I click on the NBA, and you can also go in here and just search for a team too. That's a quick way to get there. But I click on this Bulls Raptors game, and now I've got what? The money line, the point spread, and the total points are all there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I want to navigate to another game, I can just hit that drop down.
Yep.
Another game in the NBA. If I want to check out the markets, and this is something that I think is really interesting and crucial. I don't think people realize how many markets there are to bet out there. Okay. And I talked to a guy today who makes a lot of money off of race to 10 and race to 15 and race to 20 points, which is a market that nobody ever talks about. Okay. First basket. There's a guy on Twitter that's a first basket guy. He's got detailed information on who wins the tips. There's no penny line here. There is an OddsJam algo odds here. Okay. But there's no penny line on this because there's really not a market for it. So you'll never see this on Positive EV. Now, here's the reason that I brought this up. Okay. Alex?
Yep.
Down here at the bottom, if we were doing the NFL, you know what pops up down there in that bottom other markets? Anytime touchdown
score.
And that is a huge market. Now,
home run hitter, another big one.
You know what I was doing in the NFL? I was doing a anytime touchdown score every week and picking one for each team every game. But what I would do towards the end of the season, as I figured out, I pick like Christian McCaffrey or Travis Kelce as an anytime touchdown scorer. Then I'd come up here in the period market, and it would have first half anytime touchdown scorer. And I picked the same guy, and I doubled up several times. Pretty cool stuff.
Yep, because it's a great idea. I'm actually, so there's a little trick, not a trick, but I guess a hidden thing that, and I'm not going to take credit because it's my buddies. And I don't want to take away from which buddy, so I'll let them say who it was, but found a fliff trick. Since we now have fliff.
Right.
Let's see. Can I pull back and see if I can find this?
Go ahead. You go ahead and share. I just wanted to show that real quick. I'm done because I'm going to be out of here in a few minutes anyway. Because I got a show to do.
Yeah, you got your show. And for my first go, this is all I ever wanted, and we'll continue. But the fliff trick, let's see. Do they have first half and then full time? Do we have that on here? I've never seen it, but do we have a first half and full time market?
We have the first 5 innings. You're in baseball, right?
Yep.
You have a first half run line.
So I can't show this because we don't have it here on OddsJam, unfortunately, and I'd pull it up if I could. But on Fliff, like I'll give an example. I'll have to do this, kind of crazy. But if I were to take a team, like a high favorite baseball team for tonight, let's go over here. And we're going to parlay them in the first half or first 5 innings and then full time as well. Okay. So Orioles, I'm actually on this. But so if I were to do 1 game parlay, build parlay, and I should have done this somewhere else, but
right.
Orioles, do they have first half? Okay. I want to do this somewhere else just so I'm not taking up everyone's time with somewhere that I actually know where this works. FanDuel.
Okay.
So the point that I'm getting at while I'm doing this is that their lines are way off for first half and full time. Why is this doing this? Sorry, everybody. And so you can find immense value on Fliff betting these first half and full time markets comparatively to DraftKings, FanDuel, any of these other ones. So here we are here. Let's just pull up and see if we were to make a parlay, popping this in, pop in this in. Okay, so our parlay here, we get negative 114, right? That's what they'd give us here. For this first half, you see first half Orioles money line also. So I'd pull it up on my phone if I could, but I can't because Fliff doesn't have it. But on Fliff, this same bet is at 155, positive 155. I joke you not. So look at the different value you get from negative 114 to positive 155.
That's insane.
Anyone has Fliff, go check this for yourself. It's on the main page after you click MLB, the game, all the way at the bottom. Scroll to the bottom. You'll see something that says first half full time. Let's do another example just for fun before I get you out of here.
Okay. And then I'm gonna share something with that Tony Feudo told me here in a bit.
Please. But so here is Toronto, another big time favorite. So here on this parlay, they won't even do it for us. They're saying, we don't want your money here. I could try it there, but I don't want to waste any time. Okay. Let me try one more. If this doesn't work, then show me what you got. Braves. Let's see if it'll let me do this. Okay, come on. Nope, well, let me do it. Okay, it was letting me do it earlier. Let me put you up, Mr. Bob. It is your turn.
To share my screen, I'm just going to talk here. Just let me tell you here real quick, something that Tony has talked about. First half run lines in baseball are where you can really get a ton of value. And he bets a lot of dogs, meaning that their first half run line is plus 0.5 or plus a half a run, meaning that if the game is tied after 5 innings, you win the bet. And there are a lot of times that happens in baseball, and it really doesn't go like last year. The Dodgers minus 1.5 was the best bet in baseball, right?
Yep.
But guess what? The Dodgers scored a ton of runs through the 7th through the 9th inning. Okay. Yep. A lot of times those games were close early on. You know, it wasn't until you got into some of these teams' bullpens, which some of these bullpens are really not very good, that you wound up with that kind of value. So yeah, there you go. Understand completely. So I wanted to impart that little bit of knowledge. Also, I want to tell folks, you subscribe to this YouTube channel and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Alex comes on and is in the audience, and we're going to have you on the show. Our show sometime.
Whatever you want, my friend. I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of starting up on the content kind of creating side of stuff, but yeah,
right.
I mean, all the math stuff right up my
brother. If you need any help, all you got to do is email me or DM me. You know that, okay? I want to. We have Jabari's coming on tonight. Bari_crazy. He'll be doing his NBA prize picks. He's great at that stuff. But also, I will have RBC Heritage Classic picks for this weekend's tournament. All right, and you know how well Tony did and I on our video. Well, we just made picks. We got winners, top 5s, top 10s, and top 20s. So be there. You can make some money. Alex, thanks for having me. That's pretty darn cool.
You're kidding. Thanks for coming. I wouldn't have it any other way for my first stream, my friend. You're the best.
Thank you, my friend.
Everybody, thanks for coming. I plan on trying to find a time, whether it's this time or another time, you know, where I can kind of keep creating content, whether it be how I create boosts and stuff like that using the page. But there's just so much good content. Like you could literally do this for days. But so excited to join the family. And Bob, you guys are the best. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro.
All righty, everybody. We'll see you soon.